Hi guys, let us derive the quadratic formula that says x equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is the quadratic formula, and the question is saying if we are given the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, derive the quadratic formula. We are just going to do that. It's very simple, and watch how we do it. So this is the quadratic equation that was given to us, and we are just going to derive the quadratic formula from it. The first thing we want to do is to identify the leading coefficient of the quadratic equation, and I mean the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared here is a. The first thing we want to do is to take away the a from the first term so that the leading coefficient becomes 1. To take away this a, we need to divide through this equation by a so that the a can cancel out this a and we'll be left with 1 as the coefficient of x squared. So we are just going to divide through by a. If we do that, ax squared divided by a, we will be left with x squared plus b divided by a times x plus c divided by a, and everything equal to 0. Of course, 0 divided by a will also give us 0. So at this point, we want to take the constant term, which is c all over a, to the right hand side so that we'll be left with only the variables, the terms with the variables. To take this to the other side, it means we need to subtract c all over a from both sides of the equation. And if we do that, it becomes x squared plus b all over ax equal to minus c all over a. This has crossed over. From here, we want to identify the middle term. And the middle term here is b all over ax. So the coefficient of the middle term, b all over a, is what we want to identify next. We will pick this b all over a and half it and square the half. This is what I mean. We will add half of b all over a squared to both sides. We take the middle coefficient b all over a, we take the half of it, square it, and add that half of the b all over a squared to both sides of the equation. And this is what it becomes. X squared plus b all over ax. Half of b all over a simply means half times b all over a. 1 times b gives us b. 2 times a gives us 2a. Then we square it. And then we add it to the left hand side, and we equally add it to the right hand side so that the equation can be balanced. Now that we've added half of the coefficient of x, the square of half of the coefficient of x to both sides, we can now simplify further. Let's look at the left hand side first. Let's simplify the left hand side first. When you have this, all you just need to do is to pick this first term x, pick this sign, pick b all over 2a, and square everything. Pick x without the square, pick this positive sign, pick b all over 2a without the square, and then square everything. If you expand this x plus b all over 2a squared, you are going to get this expression on the left hand side back. And then the right hand side is also equal to c all over a plus b raised to power 2 gives us b squared. 2a raised to power 2 gives us 4a squared. 2 raised to power 2 is 4. A raised to power 2 is a squared. From here, we are going to take away this square so that we'll be left with only x plus b all over 2a. Remember, we are trying to make x subject of formula. To take away this square, we need to take the square roots of both sides. So if we take the square roots of the left hand side, the square root will cancel out the square and we'll be left with x plus b all over 2a. And of course, we take the square root of the right hand side. So that becomes x plus b all over 2a all squared equal to Okay, um, we take the LCM. Let's just simplify the right hand side first. A and 4a squared, the LCM is 4a squared. A divided by 4a squared will give us 4a. 4a times this c gives us 4ac plus 4a squared divided by 4a squared is 1. 1 times this b squared gives us b squared. So at this time, we do the square rooting, square root both sides, and that becomes x plus b all over 2a equal to, because we are taking the square root of both sides, we add a positive and negative sign to the right hand side, because the square means the value of s can either be positive or negative of the square root of the right hand side. So plus or minus the square root of the right hand side becomes, we are just rearranging this, taking the positive values first, b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Now we are looking for x, so we can transfer b all over 2a to the right hand side, and if you do that, the positive changes to negative, so that x will be equal to positive changes to negative minus b all over 2a plus or minus the square root of the numerator is square root of b squared minus 4ac. The square root of 4a squared, of course, the square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of a squared is a, and we have this. If you look at this carefully, they have a common denominator of 2a. So we can write the numerators together and divide everything by 2a. And once we do that, it implies that x will be equal to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Everything divided by 2a, because the 2a is common to both this and this. And looking at this, you find out that it is the answer we are trying to derive. And this is the quadratic formula. It is very, very easy, and I believe you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and follow our page if you have not done so. Once again, thank you for watching.